Hello, and welcome to Wazzocks FM. I'm BloodyWazzock, the greatest DJ in the area, BloodyWazzock, as you all know. And joining me today is my amazing co-host, BottomHouse.
Hello, that's me.
Oh my god, it's you, it is indeed. Well done, everybody. Man, hello, welcome. This is the first episode. Man, this is like scary. My heart monitor has been going through the roof. Why do I say heart monitor like I've got like a problem?
Apple Watch.
The heart rate on my Apple Watch has been going like through the roof. Like the lines are just insane. No, it's not a proper heart monitor. It's just the Apple Watch. Yeah, I said that wrong. Thank you everybody for turning out today. The first podcast episode is going to be on the Horrible Histories Prom, which is very exciting. If you don't know what the prom is, it's a performance by the Six Idiots. It's got all the songs, well not all the songs, but it's got some of the songs. It's got comedy sections. It was a massive worldwide performance that happened at the Royal Albert Hall in London, just for a bit of fun, I assume. But we thought that would be a nice topic to start off with, and yeah, we can go for that. If you haven't seen the prom, then it was really a piece of work. The music was absolutely iconic. They had like a full big orchestra, which was brilliant. They had old instruments and stuff in it, like instruments from like different periods of time, which is quite nice for like the Horrible Histories aspect of it. Like different old instruments, I guess. Sky, we watched the Horrible Histories Prom the other day.
Absolutely.
What did you think of the prom? What did you think of it?
It was very, very fun. I very much enjoyed watching it. It was a delight. But there is one thing that always 100% stays on my mind whenever I think about the Horrible Histories Prom. You know what that is? BloodyWazzock?
What is it, BottomHouse?
As much as the audience agrees with me, the children.
Oh my god.
The children.
Are we mentioning the children again?
With the children. I cannot. The children, I'm sure they're doing their best, right? And I don't want to be mean, because they're probably singing their hearts out. But it's like you get a song that you really, really enjoy. It's like your favourite Horrible History song. And then you just get a bunch of kids. And there's so many. And they all just sing at the same time, and no, I can't.
Absolutely. No, I completely agree. There's like, if anyone listening who isn't aware and who haven't seen the prom, so they have a full orchestra, and they have like a massive group of like children that are like choir children, I guess, just, I don't know, random kids, and they like randomly chime into when they're singing the songs. And now I'm sure they were there for a reason, but in most of the songs, they don't do that well in like any of them. It's cute, I'll give them that, but it didn't really help. Like, especially in the first song that they sing is obviously the Horrible Histories theme tune, get everyone in the mood, whatever. Only the children that's singing it, and it's like something about it grinds my gears.
It just doesn't have the same
it doesn't
proper musical expertise, the right timbre. It just doesn't hit the same.
In literally as well, they don't hit like that either. Like in that song as well, it just doesn't fit. First topic that we're talking about, the kids being really annoying. I'm sure they tried their best.
Yeah.
I'm sure they tried their best, but it wasn't the greatest. I'll give them that. Horrible Histories Prom, but no kids allowed. Absolute vouch.
I mean, there is, now, contrary to popular belief, there is one song that I can personally stand with the kids singing, and I don't know why, but it's the Rah Rah Cleopatra one. Because
that one, no, I disagree with you on that. I would say that they sort of, they don't. I don't want to say they ruined the song, but like, they're not in time, like really, and it doesn't really fit. Yeah, it doesn't work.
see, I disagree because throughout most of it, they sort of make the songs like not hit the same because they sort of like it's loud and they sing with it. But with Ra Ra Cleopatra, right, they just do like the little ad libs on the side, and it's not as high pitched, and I can get behind that. Like they were, for me, they were alright then.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. One thing, you know, we talk about songs. Obviously, it's the Horrible Histories Prom. They're gonna have a lot of songs in it because it's Horrible Histories. One of their main things is
Iconic
songs. Yeah, bringing the songs to life. Bringing the history to life, you know, getting these catchy songs in your head to make you remember all this stuff, and it does really work. One thing I do want to talk about is during Born to Rule, the song about the 4 King Georges, they changed a lyric in that. So in the original, George the First sings the lyric, like the "died on the loo" lyric.
Watched on fruit, then I died on the loo.
Which is nice because it's like a change from like one of 2 historical inaccuracies I think that they've made like ever. Like I'm pretty sure Horrible Histories has only made 2 historical inaccuracies across like their whole time, and they changed that in the George song. They changed it in that, which I think was a very cool thing for them to do. They just didn't keep it the same. It was a bit of a surprise, to be honest, when I was watching it and it was Matt singing it instead of Ben. And I was like, hold on a minute, that didn't happen before. And then I looked it up. Turns out they did it for a reason, which is pretty cool.
I love a bit of that. Nice bit of
So
subtle, you know? Just adding a little...
Yeah. Subtle changes.
Some people saying they think they had 8 errors. We haven't... Yeah. We were mainly just looking at the prom sort of stuff. Whether or not it's like... overall, who knows? I'd imagine there definitely to be some, like, overall, throughout the entirety of Horrible Histories.
Yeah, like, obviously they've got, like, what, 5 seasons? Well, there's 9 seasons, but if we're just talking about the 6 Idiots ones, then there's 5 seasons. I'm pretty sure. So it's pretty good. Pretty good on them. Well, I just know it's less than, like, the national, like, historical channel, so... that's the one thing I took away from that. That it's less than the national historical channel.
Why read Wikipedia?
Which is pretty good.
Why read Wikipedia when you can watch Horrible Histories?
So true. Absolute vouch. Oh, speaking of changes within just a general performance, and linking back to our George III talk, George III in the Couldn't Stand My Wife song, which is the George IV song, where, you know, he's singing, like, couldn't stand my wife, you know, that song, we all know it, we all love it, whatever. In that song, it is Larry Lewin that plays George III. But in the Horrible Histories Prom, it's now played by Simon Farnaby, who's the guy who also plays George III in the Fourth George's song. And I just think it's cool that they've changed the cast a little bit, which, you know, I don't know why Thingy wasn't there, but I just think that's a noticeable change that I wanted to bring up.
Helps with continuity, really, doesn't it?
Yeah. And I love it.
Okay. Other bits that I think... Now, I don't know why my mind goes to this, and this is completely unrelated. There is zero segue here. But, I mean, I guess songs, but that's about it. But the stupid deaths bit, right? Another reason why I don't like the children.
The children!
But bless them. They're doing their best. They're living the life. But when Simon is running across the top, it's like, what if one of those children was just feeling just a little bit naughty?
No, I think about that.
And it never leaves my mind. It's like, what if Simon is just running across the top and then one of the kids is like, whoop, you know? What would happen there?
If you watch the clip, and I'm sure you'll play it in like the edited version, if you watch the clip, those banisters that the kids are stood on, there's nothing there. there's like a little like tiny banister that like goes to like the kid's waist, which is fine for the children, but for when Simon's walking across it, oh my god, one push and he could have easily
It
fallen
literally
off
goes
there.
up to like his shins. It's like it's perfect tripping height.
It's so small. Like, stupid death's real, not fake. Literally could have become a stupid death.
Stupid death. Hope next time it's not you.
Can you imagine? Like, what if he like tripped? Like, because if you notice about the death's costume, it's like long, like black, like robes, and like, what if he tripped?
Oh please.
Like, oh, I always like feel so tense watching that part because I'm like, what if he actually does trip? And like, what if he just falls? Like, oh man, because it's so low. Down.
Anyway, what other bits could we talk about? You know?
Speaking of bits, glad you mentioned bits.
See,
guy.
I'm on it.
Oh
I'm
my
on it.
God,
I'm
you're
thinking
on it.
I'm
You're
so on
actually
it.
Speaking of bits, I want to talk about character interactions. Well, we want to talk about audience and character interactions, but specifically character interactions, because with the Horrible Histories Prom, it's got all of like your, I'm gonna put favorite in quotation marks because half of them are really bad people, but it's got sort of like your favorite historical characters in it. You know, you see appearances of Shakespeare and Queen Victoria, Charles II. You know, all your like iconic people essentially for the Horrible Histories community. And they all interact. They talk to each other. You know, they're around each other constantly. They're all watching the same show. But like, obviously, from a time point of view, they're all from different periods of time, different eras. You know, some hundreds between. So it's quite interesting to see how they would like interact with each other if they were around each other. I guess. I don't know. It's quite a funny like aspect that they do for it. Like with there's a bathroom clip, and they're all like. All the royals are like waiting to use the bathroom.
Come on, get out of the way. This is the royal toilet, and I am the king.
I'm king too.
And I'm a king. I'm a cupcake.
Of course you are, mate. Henry VIII's in there with his personal bottom wiper. Calls him his groom of the stool.
And to me, that's just so funny to me. Just like, because they're all like different heirs, you know, different people that reigned at different times. And they're all just there, like, interacting, trying to go to the toilet. Like, bits like that, peak comedy.
Another bit that completely gets me was, like, the character interactions. You know, Early Man and Mike Peabody. That little bit there.
Outside the Albert Hall. Yeah.
It was like, I'm not late, man. I'm early, man. And
he runs in.
And then Mike Peabody literally shouts, like, no, that's not what I meant. And then, it would be Larry. Just turns around, completely out of character, says,
I know what you meant, mate.
I can't. That bit breaks me every single time.
Funny, man. Oh, like, even with that, because obviously we know that, like, that as well, within the Horrible History series itself, Mike Peabody, obviously we're aware he's supposed to be, like, sort of like a modern time-ish presenter, you know, he's got a microphone, he's like, essentially he's showing us, like, what's going on in history. And Mike always interacts with, like, people from, you know, hundreds of years ago, which is quite nice to see him keep that role in the Horrible Histories Prom. It's just nice it's like, yeah, I just think it's cool that they've managed to put Mike in there. The way they also included, like, Mike, Bob, and Sam all in it. Like, the way team behind the stage. Like, can you imagine, like, the fast, like, pace, like, work?
And she gets, like, absolutely soaked on stage, like, with water. And then in the literal next scene, she has to go back on normal. And it's like, you have to take off an entire wet dress with wet makeup and all of that sort of stuff. And you just got to get back on. And it's like, costume changes are so
That's
cool.
Mad.
And, like, backstage team, they do so much, man. It's actually
I've had
mad.
I've had some information from the podcast team that I want to bring forward to you all. So when we were talking about on the changes of how many errors Horrible Histories has made, I've got news from the podcast team that from all the stuff used on the show, Greg Jenner, during writing and filming, says that he counted only 8 errors out of 4,000 facts presented over the show's run.
Jeez. Moona, you are correct.
8 errors. 8 errors out of 4,000 historical facts. Thank you, podcast team.
What a cracked individual. Cheers. Clink.
Props to the Horrible Histories team, man. Honestly, such a good range of individuals. I can imagine.
To be fair, the reason why they're probably better at history than historians is because historians are probably biased to some degree.
So true.
Whereas they're more of a comedy sketch, so there's not as much bias there.
Yeah, we did a lot of when I did history GCSE, we did a lot of like comparing sources, and you could like from two different historians, but they both look at it like different interpretations. Like you can tell that historians can be really biased when they write sources about stuff. Like you don't want that from historians, whereas with Horrible Histories, you know, they have to tell it how it is. They can't add that bias hint to it. Like they do tell it as it is, so that's quite good on them.
Yeah. Another, like, talking about bias and stuff, not quite to the same serious degree as misinformation, but I have a personal bias against, I can't think. I actually cannot think. Pat, you know Pat Butcher, right? I can't remember the actor's name, but...
Jim.
Yeah, Jim, that's it. I have a personal bias against Jim because I cannot see Jim as anything other than Shouty Man. I'm sorry, I can't. I literally cannot.
Oh.
It's like Jim is literally just like, "Hi, I am a shouty man," and that's all I can think. It's in the back of my mind all day, every day.
That's tragic. To be fair, do you remember the Shouty Man segment they did in the Horrible Histories Prom?
Yes.
Yeah.
We do like a bit of Shouty Man facts.
We love a bit of Shouty Man. I am really happy that they did choose to include like Shouty Man in like some of the comedy sketches that they do, because it's like obviously the prom's there to sort of like I want to say sum up Horrible Histories as a whole, sort of like bring like their best moments, their best characters, their best songs, and like put it in one place. Especially if you're going to go perform somewhere like the Royal Albert Hall, which is very popular. You know, they want to include their best sketches and stuff, and I just think that the Shouty Man was probably one of the perfect ones that they could have done for it.
Yeah, it's literally so, like, it's so bold. It's big, it's bold, it's shouty, you know?
It's shouty. Well, you'd hope it'd be shouty, wouldn't you?
Yeah, just you know, just a thing. Just a thing. Although, speaking of like bold and sort of like iconic returns, I guess, that they include in the prom. Ratus.
Oh, Ratus. Man, he was in it quite a few times actually, wasn't he? They had a few segments where Ratus was talking.
Yeah, him and
which
his
is
little,
quite good.
Him and his little facts. His little interjections.
Yeah, if we're being realistic, it wouldn't be a Horrible Histories Prom without Ratus. Like, Ratus is in every single episode. He's basically, I want to say, the presenter of Horrible Histories, you know? He's always there to be like, haha guys, this is what's going on. So, like, it would be a bit of a crime if they didn't have him there at the prom.
Absolutely, 100%. And it's also just like, Ratus, iconic. Literally one of the main faces of Horrible Histories. There, every episode, most likely.
So
just
true.
to give us little interjections of such wise wisdom. We love it.
What I did notice about watching the prom though is that like they only have like recorded segments of Ratus. There's never anything live, which you know I completely understand. But like I think it would have been cool to try and see them do something live with Ratus. I think that could have been such a cool like
SMH,
thing.
hire some puppeteers.
Hire some puppeteers. I want Ratus live on tour.
Justice for Ratus.
Justice for Ratus.
Oh, we have someone.
God.
We've got someone in the audience saying Ratus fursuit. That would be absolutely terrifying. There are children in the audience. You would not want to traumatize them.
Scary.
That would be absolutely terrifying.
To be fair, could we scare the kids behind who are doing the singing to not come?
Oh, that. You know what? No, I'm all for it. Rattus fursuit, everyone. Woo!
No puppeteers, just a grown man in a rat costume. Damn. The chat is going wild. You cannot see anyone who's watching this
sorry.
post-recording. You cannot see the audience chat right now, but the audience chat are going mental for Rattus.
Self-promo segment. Oh, join the Discord. You get live record. Well, not recording, but
true.
Live reenact. Well, not reenactments. It's
the live podcast. It is filmed live. Oh my god. It is here, live, in person, on the Discord, so if you're not there...
You get to be a part of the audience. You get to give a little bit of the whoopity-whoop contribution, you know?
So true. And, we have some, community events coming up, specifically focused on everybody in the Discord, so... If you're not here for that, then you totally should come join,
that is a
because
good point.
You could be involved.
We have community podcasts every 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every 3 weeks. And we're going to get everyone in. We've got ideas, we've got it all down, and you can all be a part. And we're going to have like guest speakers and invite you all to speak as well. So
very exciting.
Join everyone, because it's really cool.
Yeah, come hang out. Right. Getting back onto the topic of hand.
Yes.
The prom.
The prom.
Horrible Histories Prom. What we're all here for. Someone in the audience mentioned that in between comedy segment bits and in between, you know, the normal like songs, they also have like sort of like instrumental like dancing bits during the songs. So you've got like some like quite popular ones, like the Tybalt death scene from Romeo and Juliet. That was one that was performed. There was the wedding march from Midsummer Night's Dream, which is quite nice actually to just have that sort of instrumental break. You know, everyone gets to calm down a little bit, and I just think it's really cool to see the talent of some people to be able to do these instrumental bits. Like the music, the orchestra definitely popped off.
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
During that, yeah, like shout out to the audience, not the audience, God, the orchestra. Incredible work.
Yeah. Shout out to those children in the back. We love you.
Excluded.
But yeah, no, the little dance sequences. I also feel like they definitely put them there just so that they had time to change costumes. 100%. There's no way,
yeah.
But it's still really good. It's nice because I feel like when you have like such like intense, happy, crazy, like hyperactivity on stage, woo, you know, singing along. But please don't, children. Please stop that. It's just a request. You don't have to sing along. It's okay. But
man.
yeah, it's kind of nice to have a nice little lean back, can relax a little bit, lose a bit of focus, be lost in the music, you know, or the dancing.
That reminds me of, you know, when you go to the cinema and like you're ready, waiting for the film to come, and then the random like guy in the back just goes hello. Like, have you ever had that at the cinema?
No.
It plays an announcement like over at the View Cinema, yeah. It plays an announcement and it's like...
Makes you notice, doesn't it? A little bit of darkness. Refines the senses. Focuses the mind. It's time to enjoy the big screen experience. With no distractions. No sudden ringtones. No glaring screens. No talking. So sit back, relax, switch off your phone, and switch off from the outside world.
Oh my God.
It's so bizarre. They don't do it anymore. They used to do it every single one. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Honestly.
I think we do have something similar in the one near me, where it's just like, it just goes on like, and now get ready to watch. And it's like some big, epic, little bit of echo on the voice, because you got to make it really cool and epic. And you just sit back and relax. Like it's a bloody David Attenborough documentary. I don't like it.
It's proper bizarre. They don't do it at my cinema anymore, thank God, because it used to proper scare the crap out of you, because they used to purposely turn up like the hello at the start to make it really loud, so everyone was just like, It's quite funny.
You're just like having a great time watching the trailers. Hello! That's
literally it. It goes dark and you're like, oh, the movie's about to start, and then you just hear hello. It's like, oh.
Exactly. Sounds a little bit like hello, and then tells what everyone is. Switch off your phones and your conversations and enjoy.
Oh, honestly. Anyway, back to. Gosh, we keep getting off track.
We love a little
Stop this.
segue. Not a segue, a tangent.
A little tangent. So, back to talking about the orchestra. So there's a bit that that Larry does, as Bob Hale.
Here with a summary is Bob Hale with the orchestra report. Bob.
Thank you, sir. Oh, no, come on now, enough.
Absolutely iconic, where he like goes through all the orchestra and explains all like the historical elements of them, and just like I think that's really cool to include, like to just have to gives that audience that recognition while also actually teaching you some history, because he just goes through and like explains like what these instruments were used, when they were made, like it's like a little timeline of like all the instruments, and I just think that's really cool.
Or
Educational, see.
Yeah, or if you did a music GCSE, you can skip that bit entirely because you probably already forgot about it.
So true.
So it's just considered a bit of extra revision because you've got to remember all of that.
I remember.
I remember. Ugh,
It was
music.
such a nightmare.
Ugh, there's so much. Too much stuff to remember. Don't even get me started about Baroque. If you even know what I'm on about. If you don't, I'm sorry. That's all I can say. I'm sorry. But yeah. What's your favourite part of it, Evan?
My favourite part of the Horrible Histories Prom?
Yeah.
I would say, Sky, that my favourite part is I don't know actually. I've never really thought about this. I have like parts that I really enjoy, like I said I had parts that I really enjoyed, and I just didn't have a part that I really enjoyed.
Go on.
No, I did.
You've got this.
I liked any of the Mike Peabody interactions. They were really good. I enjoyed. Oh, God, help me. I enjoyed the like any just like Bob Hale or Sam and anyone like that. But I would say that like my favorite part would probably be when they sing "Born to Rule" live, because "Born to Rule" is my favorite Horrible Histories song.
Wait,
so
not the transportation song.
But never mind.
No, "Born to Rule" is like my ultimate favorite.
Oh my.
I love the transportation song, but "Born to Rule" is my ultimate favorite. But just seeing it heard live, it was just so nice until the children started singing. It was so nice. I just enjoyed that. What about you, Sky? What was your favorite part?
The children, the children, they really amplified all the songs. They made it so much better. Totally, I promise. No. Charles II. I love that song.
My name is Charles II.
Way too much. I
love the song, but I feel like at the Horrible Histories Prom, it didn't pop off that well. Like, I don't know what it felt, but hearing that one live felt really weird.
I think it's just the fact that there wasn't as much of the hip hop stuff, the actual the drumming and stuff, because it was an orchestra.
It's an orchestra, not
It's not quite the same sound.
My name is Charles II. I love the people and the people love me so much that they restored the English monarchy. I'm part Scottish, French, Italian, a little bit Dane, but 100% party animal. Champagne.
But Charles II is just too good of a song. I just love it too much. It's actually great.
Absolute bop. So true.
Another one, actually, of my favourite bits is the Mozart and Beethoven interaction.
Yes, absolutely
love
forgot
that
about
bit.
that, but oh my god, that bit. It's such a random interaction that nobody expected, because obviously, well, as far as I'm aware, don't quote me on this. Someone in the podcast team can confirm or whatever, but I don't think that happens in the original show. I don't think they do a bit like that, which is really nice to see them incorporate like a new bit into this prom. So we're not just getting, like all the old songs. We're getting like a new song. Don't quote me on that, I swear. I'm just waiting
I don't think they did a song, but the whole interaction was just great.
Well, they did sing a song for the prom. They did sing a song during that bit.
I think just the whole interaction. Please. The whole interaction. There's too much to remember, but I just love the whole interaction, especially when they bring out the horn. I lose it at the horn.
I'm Mozart. I was greater than you. I don't think so, Wolfie.
Just so that, like...
it's such cool.
Beethoven can
It's
speak.
really cool. I'm just waiting for, I'm waiting for a podcast team member to get in my ear and tell me what to say. But no one's telling me what to say.
It's fine.
No one's confirming for me, and I'm like, what if I'm just like, oh my god, none of them are listening to me. That's why I needed you guys to check up on whether there is a song played during the Beethoven and Mozart bit, and whether they do that in the original show. But the podcast team, so they'll survive.
No, they've been a joy. That's a joke, everyone. They've been really good. But yeah, no. The whole Beethoven bit, we also get another little cameo from Rattus Rattus. I'm not gonna say that amplifies the part.
We do.
But you know, how else would I know that Mozart got progressively deafer and deafer? You know? Love Rattus Rattus. My king. Rattus Rattus.
Do you know what that reminded me of? You know the Beethoven and Mozart bit? Do you know what that reminds me of?
Yeah.
That reminds me of, you know in Hamilton, like the whole thing between Burr and Hamilton.
Yeah,
That gave me those vibes.
Sure.
No, those give me those vibes.
Yeah, sure,
I hope someone sees that. But that's the vibe I got from watching that first.
Yeah, 100%. I know exactly what you're on about. Totally.
Oh my god, Sky.
I don't do musicals. I'm sorry.
Uneducated. Yeah, but not even Hamilton? Shocking. Absolutely shocking.
I'm sorry. It's fine. It's fine.
I also want to mention. So the whole performance is performed in the Royal Albert Hall in London. And I just think that's really cool because that hall was built in memory of Prince Albert, King Albert. It was built in memory of Prince Albert, and we get a bunch of clips of Queen Victoria crying or making references to it, which I think is pretty cool.
Literally from the very beginning. It's
literally from the beginning, they're Mike Peabody's don't mention Albert, and then they do it, and it's
no, because it's funny because Charles II is trying to chat to Victoria, get a little woohoo going, and then Mike Peabody's literally
whatever you do, do not mention Albert. Very good. Yes. Your Majesty. Your Majesty, welcome to the Royal Albert Hall.
And Victoria breaks down
and
in
she
tears.
starts sobbing.
And then
I just think that's cool.
Charles II just oh, it's in there, mate. What the hell? It's I love it.
They're all so funny. Just shout out to the Six Idiots in general. We will have a podcast, just focused on them as a topic. But I just want to mention, my gosh, they are incredible, incredible people. Very funny. Thank you for giving us the content you did, because if you didn't give us this content, then we wouldn't be sat here right now.
Literally.
So, thank you, Six Idiots. Love you guys. Woo.
You've made such a nice set of people. It's one of the least toxic fandoms out there so far. From what from our little...
From what I've seen, there's a bit of toxicity now that CBS Ghost has come out, but that's for idiots that contribute to CBS Ghost hate.
Made a little divide in the community, but it's alright.
Yeah,
it's okay.
What if they were... Someone in the audience has just said, what if they were secretly here? What if they... Oh
my god, could you imagine?
Yeah.
Imagine one of the Six Idiots.
You'd be afraid, wouldn't you? Anyone out there? Is any of you here Six Idiots? Any of you guys are Six Idiots?
Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Now. Oh my god! Oh my gosh! Oh, Ben's! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Pippa, you're one of them.
No way!
Gelly.
Oh my god! Ben Wilbon's
Oh my god!
Here.
Wait, there's so many Ben Wilbons.
Oh my god! Oh, there's 3 Ben Wilbons. Damn, we really got privileged, didn't we?
Oh please, you guys are all cool.
Oh.
Anyway, yeah, that
Oh,
What
wow.
else is there? What else is there?
What else is there to talk about? I think we've another thing. We mentioned Victoria earlier.
Yes.
I want to mention Victoria again. So, in the song, the monarchy song.
Oh, William, Henry, Stephen, Henry, Richard, John.
It took me a while to remember what it was called. In the very iconic monarchy song, we all know it. We all love it. My God, banger tune. In that, she's like, I ruled
For 64 years, you know.
But in the Horrible Histories Prom, she says 63 years. Like, not in the song, they don't sing the Monarch song. But in, like, one of the comedy sketches that they do, she's complaining about how one of the kings only ruled for, like, 2 years, whereas she ran, and she said 63. And me and the team, we, like, looked it up and to see how long she actually reigned for. And it was, in fact, 64. But she died in, like, January of her 64th year. So technically it wasn't 64 years because it wasn't a full year.
Oh my goodness.
It's a very close call. So I'm going to assume that they purposely said 63, but when you look it up, it does say 64, which I just think is quite interesting, actually.
Might have been a day off for 64 years, you know? Just... Could you imagine that, actually? Could you imagine death coming to your doorstep the day before an anniversary? That is...
You'd sob. You'd actually sob.
I'd cry.
Hold on, I got a message in from the podcast team.
Oh.
They didn't do it in the original show. The Mozart and Beethoven bit. So that's quite a nice little thing that they made specifically for the prom. That's nice to.
I just love, like, what is it, Matt and Ben? They just so stick to the accents and they just nail it for the
They're
entire.
so good.
I can't, man.
Honestly.
Anyway,
Anyway.
That is about it.
Is that all we've got to talk about? Oh my god.
I believe so. That's it.
Really?
We can bring it to an end.
We can bring it to an end.
And
Oh my
obviously,
God.
as we 100% totally planned before, Evan, you're going to do your rendition of the Horrible Histories closing theme. Right? We talked about this totally.
I'm sorry?
No, go on, it's fine. I know it's stage fright and all that, but go on, I believe in you. You got this.
What, like the theme tune?
Yeah. You said you 100% said you'd do your rendition of it.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't actually know the words.
To be fair, neither do I. It's okay. We're
I know like one section of it, but it's like it's too quick for me at the beginning. And when you watch it on like BBC iPlayer, Rattus always talks over half the lyrics, so I can never hear what's actually going on.
Rattus, what the hell? I thought you were our king, and you take this away from us.
Oh, well, never mind. I've got word from the podcast team who have just sent me the lyrics. Well,
Oh,
thanks,
kings!
team.
What
Pulling through.
legends! Absolute legends. Go on.
Yes, I have to do it now.
Go on, Evan.
Oh my god. I am in no way a singer. But I guess if this is what you want the outro to be. Because obviously the intro was based off of the incredible Button FM intro from the BBC Ghost show. Which, you know, we kind of stole, but it's fine. But
It's
they
only
don't actually
casual
have an
plagiarism,
outro.
guys. It's only casual plagiarism.
Casual plagiarism, it's fine. But they don't actually have an outro because obviously in the show they get interrupted by the people in the house. So they don't have an outro for that. So I didn't actually plan an outro. But now I feel like I've been peer pressured into singing the outro song.
What? Absolutely not. It's your choice completely.
Absolutely not. What do you mean absolutely not? You put me on the spot there, live in front of people. You were just like, haha, sing it. I was like, but I don't know the lyrics. And then someone on the podcast team, not
It's
shaming,
fine, the
but
podcast team
someone
are
pulled
great.
through.
Podcast team are fantastic.
Love you, podcast team. Okay, right. Oh, here we go. Oh god, I'm actually going to read through this lyrics before I do this because talk about some of the sky.
Horrible Histories Prom. Overall, I'm going to give my little summary of it. I love it. It's great. Children, boo. Don't like the children. Obviously the children, they do their best. I'm not going to go like, just knock down the children because, you know, some of them probably, you know, they might not have even wanted to be there. It's like one of those things. It's like it's a big show and they're all singing, but there's a lot of them.
To be fair, I would want to be there. If I was one of those kids, I'd want to be there. Can you imagine singing in the Royal Albert Hall for Horrible Histories?
On TV.
On TV. Sounds like a bop. Absolute banger.
My rating out of 5 stars, I'm probably going to give it solid 4. Children ruin it for me.
Yep, you know what? Yeah. Rate it. I rate it. I would also give it a 4. That's what I was thinking. Overall, very cool. Very banging.
Very good. Nice little reminiscent time, but I don't feel like that's grammatically correct. So, you know, do I still need to talk? Are you ready to close it?
No, you for now. I was just waiting for you to finish.
Oh, okay, yeah, go ahead.
What you were saying.
Go on, you've got this.
Oh god, I don't know if I'm ready for this now. Right. We got this. Someone better put the instrumental in the background, otherwise this is going to look really awkward. Editing team, put the instrumental in the background, otherwise this is going to look really awkward. They're not going to do it now that I've said that. They're going to leave it, so it just looks like it's me just singing.
They're just going to do like a deadpan, like slow zoom in on your avatar, just as you do it, and it's just like a nice slow zoom in onto your face as you do it with no instrumental. Anyway, go, stop stalling.
Oh, duh, I sub. Right, anyway. Tall tales, atrocious facts, we gave you all the fifth and facts, the ugly truth, no glamour glitz, we showed you all the juicy bits, gory, ghastly, mean and cruel, stuff they don't teach you at school, the past is no longer a mystery, hope you enjoyed Horrible Histories. Oh my god, woo! I popped that!
Well done. I'm clapping, but noise suppression says no, so... I'm pretty sure it comes up in the recording anyway, so...
Yeah, no, that'll be fine. It's all right. I heard you clapping a little bit.
Yeah, it probably got like the initial. I don't know. It got.
It's okay. Yeah, guys. So people in the audience, there was no music on ours either. That was literally just me. The music will be added in at a later date.
You can find it on YouTube. It's okay.
You can find it on the Wazzocks FM YouTube channel.
Or if you're already on YouTube, you're cool.
So cool. I don't think I'm even following the YouTube.
Anyway, we're going to say goodbye. Thank you all for tuning in.
Say goodbye.
Yeah. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for giving
you everybody.
Such an amazing reception.
Yeah, the first episode. Wow. Thank
Everyone's
you everybody
saying
who tuned in.
Hello to YouTube in the chat. Go on, pop off everyone. Man. Oh, you guys are so cool. You guys are so sweet. Well, thank you so much for joining, everybody. It's been a successful first live podcast recording. Sky, if you will, join me in podcast VC as soon as we leave here. Absolutely, darling. But yeah. Oh my god, thank you, everybody. And we will see you same time next week for, what's the category for next week? I don't know, because I messed up my own schedule. Because the Horrible Histories Prom was supposed to be next week, but it's not. It's fine. So we don't have anything for next week. I believe next week is setting up the podcast and what we did to actually do it. You know what? Yeah, why not? A thing. Go with that. Go with that. We will see you all next week. Bye bye. The greatest